well, there it is once again, the poor Marantz Model 2265 receiver from 1978. This is of course the one that arrived all broken and bent and smashed up due to bad packaging, the worst I've seen so far. Well, actually, I once did get a cassette deck that was just packed into some really cheap cardboard boxes without anything in the way of damping material, but that arrived without any damage, while this one is pretty beaten up. Anyway, we did get into contact with the seller, or actually, I don't know if you can call it contact yet. We sent in a message, but I don't know. Somehow I have a feeling that this might become a rather troublesome adventure, because usually eBay sellers are getting pretty pissed when you're not satisfied with the job they did with the shipping. But anyway, I would like to keep this unit, but at a reduced price, because well, this is going to require quite some work to get it back into even get it back into the condition that it presumably was in before the shipping. So yeah. Anyway, now I can't really start repairing this. I would like to, but of course there is still a chance that the only thing the seller is going to accept is to take it back and return all the money. So maybe we'll have to send this all back, and of course then it would be good if the unit was still broken. But well, anyway, before I start talking, let's go ahead and take a look at some more things that I found that are not quite right. Now, of course, we've already taken a good look at this bend back panel. Also, I showed you how this chassis is kind of sagging downwards. I think this used to have on the back panel, underneath of that bracket right there, I think this used to have a 5th feet on the bottom, which is gone. So maybe I'm going to be able to take care of that problem by finding or fabricating a new feet, mounting it into the middle. Have to see. Anyway, next problem I noticed, I actually noticed that right away, but I didn't really knew if what could be wrong there. This, the whole entire power amplifier assembly, this whole thing, is it's hanging downwards right there. It's like you know, kind of bend. I found out there is a little mounting bracket that's bent, so it should be pretty easy to bend that back into its original shape and get this fixed. So I might actually be doing that tonight, just to kind of get rid of at least one problem. Next thing I noticed, I hope that's not going to turn into a huge problem. Apparently this was standing around in a messy workshop. I know this is a messy workshop, but at least I'm not putting things onto other things, usually. Anyway, apparently something, this was standing on top of something or so, because the input selector switch is broken. One of these circuit board pieces, the 4 pieces you can see there, one of them is broken. It does move. Now it still does require a lot of force to move it, and so it, well, maybe it's still intact, like the traces on there are still working. So, well, for right now I'm just going with the good old rule, never touch a running system. Now, next thing, somebody fucked around with the speaker relay that's sitting up there. You can kind of see it, the big box right there. I think that's not in focus. Anyway, so you can see the soldering right there is not quite right, and well, there we go. Now it's on focus. So you can see that's not looking too good. So I'll have to check that. And this resistor right there, it's in this little hose right there. That has been ripped off of this light panel. I'll have to solder that back on. That's not going to be a big deal. This thing, the whole light assembly with all the dial lights comes off because all the tabs that hold it in place on the top and on this side are broken off. Now it will be possible to fix that by putting some hot glue into this corner. Well, I don't know. There might be some more trouble going on, but what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and I have to see. Maybe I'm going to detach the back panel just to kind of make sure that nothing can short out right there where everything's bent. And then I would like to just temporarily put on a new power cord. I'm not going to put it through there, but I'm going to put it into the screw terminal, and then I'm going to try to power this thing up, and you know, just so that I can see which parts are still working. Okay, I got a new temporary power cord wired up. So you can see I replaced a grounded power cord with a non-grounded power cord, which is of course perfectly safe. No, seriously, don't do that at home. I just don't have a grounded power cord lying around at the moment, and I just have the computer power cord, and I don't want to cut one of those apart because I don't have too many of those either. Ignore the symbols on the screw terminal. That's from back when that was still part of a speaker extension cord. Anyway, I now want to plug it in and see what happens. I'm not going to get that on video. Just in case something spectacular happens. I wouldn't like getting that on video. I prefer to be ready to do something in order to save the receiver. So well, I'll be back, and well, then we're going to see what this thing is doing. I checked the back panel. It is bent, and the circuit board for the antennas is bent as well, but it doesn't short out against anything, so hopefully nothing's bad behind it there. But well, I guess I'll find out. Well, as you can hear, it does work, kind of. Actually, forgot to show you. There it is. Dial does light up partially. And now I want to turn it off again. Okay, what's going on? Well, unfortunately, the what can be considered as the worst case is actually true. The main amplifier or power amplifier is not working. It appears to be kind of screwed up. Now, first, the good things. The tuner does work perfectly. AM reception is not the greatest, but since there are not too many AM stations around here anymore, that really doesn't matter. FM sounds amazing, and I listened to that all using the dubbing out jack because I'm not getting anything out of the headphone jack. So what's going on now? The speaker protection relay does not click. If you turn the volume up all the way, you can hear sound coming through. Somehow it does manage to get through the relay and to the output, but that is only on one channel. So the other channel is most certainly bad. Next thing, and that's why I'm turning it off. I was actually going to sit down and have a listen to this because it sounded so good, but for some reason I couldn't really locate it. But I think one of these two transistors right there are getting extremely hot. I don't think these two over there are getting hot, so maybe the hot ones are the ones from the broken, output. I'm not sure though, and I really wouldn't like to turn it on again and just kind of have it running that hot until I can really confirm what's going on, because that might damage something. But it does actually give me a little bit of hope, because broken transistors don't get hot commonly. So maybe the output transistors are still all fine, which would be really great, because I guess getting a replacement for those is going to be probably not impossible, but it's definitely going to be very expensive. But well, I guess what I'll have to do is I'll have to pull out this power amplifier assembly and have a bit of a closer look, and maybe I'll be able to fix it. Could also be that the hot heatsink is caused by one of these regulators being de-adjusted. There are two. The other one is over there, and I think there are some more hidden on this circuit board. That's all for quiescent current and that kind of stuff, I think. So maybe one of those is de-adjusted and causes things to get rather hot. I would say it is, well, it's a mixed bag. It's good news because the amplifier does work, it does do something, the tuner works fine. And of course on the other side, power amplifier is broken. Now, why I'm making such a huge deal out of that is simply because I have absolutely no knowledge and no experience in repairing power output stages. So I will have to look into that and learn about it. I mean, there are places where they are professionally repairing this kind of vintage audio. This unit would definitely be worth going there. However, I guess that would cost a bomb, so I prefer to do that at home, if possible. I'll have to see what I can do. So, I guess that's it. Another update video on the Marantz model 2265B from 1978. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and see you again soon. And oh yes, and of course I'll have to see. I'm definitely going to keep this thing because I really don't think I'll ever be able to get such a good deal on a receiver like this. So we'll have to see. Either the seller is going to reduce the price, or we are going to give him a negative rating, but we're not going to return it. So that's it.